Have you ever noticed that one person who always rescues everyone else? Not just polite, not just helpful, but physically incapable of saying no. The person who takes on extra work, who apologizes when someone else bumps into them, who suffocates their own schedule to save your day, and who will literally burn themselves out just to keep the peace. Most people assume they are simply angels walking the earth, but psychology points to something much darker. A survival strategy, because many people who suffer from chronic compliance aren't actually driven by kindness. They are driven by an invisible anxiety, and that anxiety almost always traces back to a specific type of childhood. Here is the psychological blueprint that remains hidden. As children, our only job is to learn that our presence alone is enough to be loved. We are supposed to test boundaries, to say no, to have tantrums, and to discover that even when we are difficult, we are still safe. When a child feels secure, they learn that their boundaries don't threaten their connections. But what happens when that foundation is missing? What happens when saying no to a parent means facing a wall of icy silence, or expressing your own needs results in an emotional breakdown from the adult in the room? The child is forced into a terrifying realization that they never asked for. They learn that their authentic self is a threat to their survival. So they transform. And this transformation is incredibly clever. Instead of risking rejection, they become a mirror, reflecting exactly what everyone else wants to see. Instead of speaking the truth, they master the art of mind reading. Instead of standing their ground, they become hyper-vigilant peacemakers. At first, it is a brilliant shield to avoid abandonment. Then it hardens into a lifestyle. Years later, society looks at them and rewards them, saying, "You are the most selfless person I know." But that endless generosity is often a hostage situation, masquerading as a virtue, because underneath that exhausting kindness is a frightened child who still believes that setting a boundary will mean losing love forever. And here is the ultimate paradox. These individuals don't actually want to carry the weight of the world. They resent being taken advantage of. They are tired of the quiet exploitation. They aren't lacking a spine. They are carrying a nervous system that was programmed long ago to believe that keeping you happy is the only way to stay safe. To them, saying yes isn't a choice. It's an involuntary reflex to prevent an emotional storm. But here is the truth you need to remember. Being a supportive person is a beautiful trait. Empathy is a superpower. The issue isn't your desire to give. The issue is your inability to protect your own cup. Are you saying yes out of genuine love and abundance? Or because the thought of disappointing someone still feels like a life or death emergency? Because the answer to that question will tell you everything about the small child who had to be perfect just to be safe, and the adult who is finally ready to speak up.